Yeah, it was a bit of a breaking point in my running
Uh-huh.
career, but I was convinced eventually. And I said, well, if I'm training for something, I'm just going straight to the marathon. I'm not going to bother with half training because if I'm getting up early,
No half-ass, no way to do that, Got it.
if I'm bothering to get up early to go to these classes, I'm just going to jump into marathon training. And in hindsight, that was probably not the best idea because the first several weeks I would get to 10 miles for the long run, die. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
just collapse. I just could not get past 10 miles. And I was
And that's
probably,
kind of where they start is 10 miles for a long run, right? For
yeah.
marathon.
Yeah.
So,
So basically, the long run every week was killing me. And
yeah.
I thought, why did I sign up for this? How am I ever going to make it through a marathon? And then we got lucky. That was 2011, and it was a really cold winter. And there was ice one day, and it made the group slow down just enough that I could finally actually keep up with them at a slightly more normal pace, the pace they were technically supposed to be running, but were not most days. And it was like a switch just flipped, and all of a sudden I ran 14 miles that day and felt okay. And from then on, it was still hard.
Sure.
It was hard building up mileage,
It was doable.
but I didn't die on long runs anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Wow.
I ran my first marathon in Oklahoma City that May. It's
That
my
used to
very
be a
first.
really popular race for, like, I've run Dallas Running Club since 2014. And that was a real popular race for people for the first several years when I was there. So how'd you do?
Um, I mean, better than expected.
Okay.
It ended up being a very cold and rainy day, which is actually way more my forte than hot, I think, or at least especially at the time.
Hot marathon's always really difficult.
So hard. And it was at one point when I looked 2 weeks out, which, rookie mistake, never looked 2 weeks out. It was supposed to be a high of 90 that day.
Nice.
And I
Get in your
thought,
mental space
oh yeah,
quickly.
I thought I'm not going to make it. There's no
Yeah.
way. We haven't even been running in those temperatures.